And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a good child, she hid him 3 months. My topic coming from this key verse is a mother's wisdom. A mother's wisdom. Let's look at this. And there was verse 1, and there was when a man of the house of Levi and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son, and when she saw him that he was a good child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood far off to wit what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river. And her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then said his sisters to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee?" And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, "Take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages." And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him forth unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became a son. And she called his name Moses, and she said, "Because I drew him out of the water." Now we're talking about a mother's wisdom. When we look at 2 words, mother and wisdom, let's define those 2 words. So all of us know what a mother is, and all of us have an idea of what, or even know what wisdom is. But let's look at see what Webster had to say. Mother, definition 1, a female parent, or one's female parent. A mother also could be a mother-in-law, stepmother, adoptive mother. A term of familiar address for an old or elderly woman, head of a female religious community. In other words, mother superior. A woman looked upon as a mother, or exercising control or authority like that of a mother. The qualities or characteristics of a mother as material affection. Something that gives rise to or exercises protecting care over something else. All of these things signify or define what a mother is. Now let's look at, since we're talking about mother's wisdom, let's look at wisdom. Wisdom, the quality or state of being wise. Knowledge of what is true or right, coupled with judgment as to action. Sagacity, discernment, or insight. Scholarly knowledge or learning, the wisdom of the schools. Wise sayings or teachings, precept, or wise act, or saying, a mother's wisdom. And commonly called mother wit. We're talking about mother's wisdom. Now here, we have, we talk about mother's wisdom. We take an example from this woman, this Levite woman who had a child. And this child we know was to be Moses. And she said, when she conceived, she bare a son. And when she saw that he was, in her wisdom, in her discernment, in her insight, she saw that this was a good child. And see, during this time, they were killing all the male children because of the prophecy of a deliverer coming, being born. So they were killing all the male children at this time. But this mother, God had given her some discernment. God had given her some insight concerning this baby boy. God had given her the wit to know that something was good or something was different about this child. So she hid him. And she hid him for 3 months. And she hid him for 3 months, and then that's good. I mean, to hide a child for 3 months, that's to be a good, amazing thing to do. Because I remember when my children were babies under 3 months old, they were crying, like all type of hollering noise when they get home, they cry. When something wrong, they cry. When they get gas, they cry. When they don't feel right, when they cry. When they sleep, they cry. They always crying. So she did real good for 3 months. She hid this child for 3 months. But when she could no longer hide it, when she could no longer keep his crying quiet, when she could no longer keep it quiet, she had to find a way to save this child. So this mother, in her wisdom, she made a little oak ark for him. She made a small boat for him, and she fashioned a boat for him that when she put the baby in the boat, that he can flow down the river and be safe and not drown. See, she used her wisdom and her craftiness to form this boat to place a child in. And then and not only did she do that in her motherly wisdom, she sent his sister Miriam, his older sister, to watch the boat as it went. And as this little ark was going down the river, Pharaoh's daughter always bathed herself in the river, and she was bathing in the river along with her handmaids, her servants, and they saw the boat, and they saw the little ark, and she told her maids to go fetch it. And when they fetched the ark, they found the baby inside the ark. And see, and because of the wisdom of this mother, she sent her sister to watch out for him. And see, they understood and they knew that during this time, anytime a woman was rich women didn't even nurse their own children. Rich women didn't raise their own small babies. They had what they call a wet wife, or a wet woman who nursed the child. Yes, that's what they call them. That nurse the child. And Moses' mother, she was wise enough to send Miriam along to watch this baby as he floated along the river. So when they found the baby, Miriam quickly went to the handmaid and said, "Look, should I go find a Hebrew woman to nurse your child? Should I go find a woman?" Because they knew this was a Hebrew baby. And so it was better to nurse this child than get a Hebrew mother. Right. So she said, should I go find a Hebrew woman to nurse this child? And so naturally, Miriam went and got the child's own mother. And so God had fixed it where Moses was able to be raised by his own mother. And see, what happens is, from a baby to 5 years of age, when it was time, the baby was with the nurse, or the one that was nursing the child. He wasn't even with the rich mother. Because it said in verse 10, and the child grew, and she brought him into Pharaoh's daughter. So she had full rights or full coverage or authority over the child when she raised him. From the age of 3 months was birth for her, from the age of birth to 5 years of age. So in her motherly wisdom,